Hello and welcome to the Product Life. This is your host, Apu Sibyl from Best Views Reviews, where we provide you with unbiased reviews and ratings for over 6,000 categories. So, today we have with us Bilqees. Hi, and thank you for joining us.
I thank you for having me.
Could you tell us a little bit about yourself, Bilqees?
Of course. So, my name is Bilqees. I'm the co founder of Helius Originals. I am 29 years old and I live in Toronto, Canada. And I think that would be the kind of the gist of who I am, kind of a serial entrepreneur.
Nice. So, you're quite young to be a serial entrepreneur. Nice.
Yes, this would be my third business now. So, kind of young for
Impressive.
it. Thanks. It's been trial and error. I've learned a lot. When you start business at 22, you're very different in business than you are at 29.
Makes sense. So could you tell us a little bit about your business, Helius
Of
Originals?
course. So Helius Originals is a luxury sustainable smoke barware company. We source our wood products from Canadian suppliers because we're based in Toronto, Canada. Our suppliers use reclaimed wood so that we don't contribute to deforestation. We're trying our best to be as sustainable as possible. It's not as easy with torches and stuff like that, but we put together smoke cocktail kits, smoke barware products, wood shavings, things along the line of that. And we're in the process of prototyping another product for our business.
Interesting. So how did you come up with this idea?
Actually, so my co-founder and I, it was in the pandemic. We were stuck inside because Ontario and Canada, we had pretty harsh lockdowns. We had lockdowns for months at a time that nothing was opened. So we're inside and we're thinking, how could we have that experience that we have at restaurants and in bars? How can we have that at home? Because a lot of people were starting to look for that. They were trying to find ways to entertain themselves because Toronto's a very lively city. So taking away that restaurant and that bar experience really affected a lot of people. And we were at a restaurant before the pandemic and we had smoked cocktails. So we were thinking, how do we get smoked cocktails into people's homes? And then that's kind of how it trickled into that. And then we're like, okay, this is an amazing way to do this. This is a way to entertain. This is a way to connect with people, which was what we were missing in the pandemic, was a way to connect with each other. So we wanted to bring that experience inside the house.
Got it. So how did you go about actually developing the product?
So we actually started reaching out to local sawmills and just seeing how hard it would be to develop the products that we wanted. At first, we just started with wood blocks because that's a lot easier. But as it started going, we started finding people that were could use SNC machines and things like that. So we started expanding our product catalog. But we decided that we wanted to make sure that we weren't using like brand new wood and things along the line of that just because it's not necessary. So we started reaching out to people who had like that had reclaimed wood, so from barns and things like that, but it could still have a premium finish. And we just started collaborating with people in our city and creating our products.
Got it. And is are there any drawbacks to reclaimed food?
The only thing is, which would be surprising to a lot of people, is it actually costs more money. Um, you would think that if you were getting wood that isn't freshly cut, it would be cheaper, but it actually is like 2.5 times, almost 3 times the price.
Why is that the
Um,
case?
Cutting down new wood is easier because they can grab it from other places, other sources. A lot of things are sourced from China. That's a lot easier than having people breaking down barns and breaking down structures and reusing the wood. So cutting down trees is a lot easier. It's a lot faster. The labor is a lot shorter in terms of putting it together than taking apart an entire barnyard. So that would be what we were told from our suppliers why it costs us more. Um, it's a drawback, but in the end, it's something that we'd rather do it the right way.
Got it. Could you tell me about your product lineup?
Of course. So our first product that we launched was actually our full smoke cocktail kit. It's more for old fashions, whiskeys, and things like that. It comes with a cigar cutter, two glasses, wood planks, some wood shavings. It's a full bar experience. if you want subtle notes. And then we have our toppers, which have become a lot more popular. Um, they're more of a product that has like that wow factor. You can see the smoke dropping from the topper. You can use it for so many different uses. I've started using it in sauces and cheeses. So we have the full kit, but then we have our smaller kits.
Got it. And with any of these kits, if you need to get a refill of the wood shavings, is that possible?
So yes, exactly. We do sell the wood shavings. We're trying to be a circular business. So we have circular products. All of our products we use 100% of the wood. So we actually take the scraps from anything we make and turn it into wood shavings so that you can use those in your products. And then we sell the wood shavings separately, just in case you need a refill.
Got it. Could you tell me a little bit about how this is a circular product?
Yeah, of course. So circular economy products are products that we're trying to keep out of landfills and keep them out as long as possible. When we cut our wood, if we would take the scraps and we would throw it in the landfill, that wouldn't be circular. The fact that we are taking those wood shavings and we're adding them to our products, they're not going to end up back in landfills. They're burnt down. They're pretty much burnt to a crisp. It wouldn't affect our landfills like that. So creating those wood shavings, using the product, using 100% of the wood, making wood that people keep in their homes, it makes it so that it doesn't end up back where we don't want it to go.
Got it. So in circular economy, I had heard the example of smartphones and metals being reused, but isn't wood biodegradable? So wouldn't it automatically
Yes and
be?
no. Actually, a big percentage of our landfills is actually lumber, which is what people don't know. The largest would be plastic, but lumber accounts for about 12%, I'm pretty sure, of the lumber that and of our landfill. So it doesn't break down the way that people think it does. If it was in shavings, yes, it might, but it's still going to pile up. It's still going to be mixed in with other garbage products and things like that. So just keeping the wood out of the landfill altogether kind of avoids that problem, and we can get rid of a product that's taking away our landfill space.
Got it. Makes sense. Initially, you mentioned that you were coming up with a new product.
Yes. So I don't want to get, I guess, too into it, but we are making a cocktail smoker box. We are in the process of prototyping. Currently, we're hoping, fingers crossed, that it's launched by Father's Day. That's our window. It will be the first cocktail smoker box that's sustainable worldwide. So we're working the ins and outs. Prototyping is a lot more work than a lot of people would think it is. It's a lot of going back to the drawing boards, revisiting, redesigning, but we're really excited about what we're going to create.
So how is this smoker box different from the topper or the cocktail kit that you have?
So the smoke box will actually be a physical standing box that you can place the cocktail or food items in and close the door and smoke the items. Whereas what we have now, you would use a glass, put it on top of the glass to smoke your products in that instead of in the actual box being the smoker.
Got it. And
It's a
are there,
little confusing to explain out loud.
no, but it sounds interesting. Uh, Great. And how do you manage your distribution, sales, and marketing?
So our distribution right now, we take care of most of it. Our we every time we get products, we kind of just pack them together because they're kits. So we pack them together, we have them in our warehouse, and we ship out our orders as we get them. Um, it is becoming a little bit daunting, so we might be switching to 3PL. But for now, we handle that because we are an e-commerce business currently. So I'm more of the biz dev, I'm the back end, and my co-founder handles shipments and orders. So we have a pretty good balance with that.
That's good to know. So thank you so much, Bilqees. Thank you for coming on our show. It was
You're
great,
welcome.
great having you.
You're welcome. I don't know if you did. I did bring some stuff. I know you want there are if they want to see what it looks like. I'm more than happy to show you what our topper looks like and how it's demonstrated.
Sure.
Okay. So this would be our topper. It's a lot easier when you see it. This doesn't come in the kit. This is more of a antique glass. But our toppers are this item. You would take your torch and you would smoke it, your drinks. So as you can see, the smoke falls into your items.
Wow.
So if you're creating any kind of cocktails or if you're doing sauces, you can always put it in a container, put the lid on, anything like that. And then when you're done, you have a smoked drink.
Wow, that's really impressive.
It's easier to see than explain, but thank you.
Right. Great. Thank you so much, Bilqees, for coming on our show. It was
Thank you
great
so
having
much
you.
for having me.